Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to have a 1v1 on Semoskiy. Our heroes today are going to be Buggy, playing for the Soviets of the Red Army, and we have Chicken Slayer, playing for the Germans. So, interestingly enough, we see Buggy getting himself tier 2 right off the bat. That is, I think, the first time I've seen it in a replay. Most of the time, Soviet players go for, conscripts off the bat, but some other times we've seen Soviet players getting tier 1 off the bat, but never tier 2, at least not in my replays so far, so interesting. We'll see what comes from that and what he decides to get. Maybe he goes Maxims, I believe. Well, yeah, he's going for Maxim. We'll see how many he gets. Maxim spam was something that used to happen in previous patches because Maxims were so goddamn good. I mean, they have 6 men, so they're very difficult to take down easily at least. And they used to have an even faster setup time than they have right now. Also combined with their heavy damage, and then the fact that before they wouldn't get any downside to being suppressed. So yeah, I mean, it was a little bit of a cheesy strategy, just spam Maxims, and that would allow you to pretty much hold the entire map. You could use them essentially as combat troops, not as support weapons. But that is no longer the case. I mean, obviously they still can fill that purpose in a little bit because they have a much faster setup time than an MG42, but they aren't as imba as before, I guess you could say. Anyways, so we do see Chicken Slayer going around capping his side of the map right now, and Buggy is just as well going towards the center with his combat engineers capping. So we do see 2 Maxims being produced right off the bat. First Maxim is already on the field and heading towards the center. Second one got produced and is barely hitting the field right now. We'll see where he decides to go, considering that MGs are great at, well, not suppression precisely because these ones don't suppress as good as an MG42, but they are essentially support weapons. They probably serve better in a house like this right now. So yeah, Buggy is hopping into a house to try to get some shots at these Grenadiers, it looks like. And it looks like he is going to be able to, but the Grenadiers do jump into the house, so they are going to be able to stay there longer than otherwise. Well, actually no, they jump out the other side of the house and are just going to move out of the way instead of taking any unnecessary fire there. Quite interesting. In any case, for Chicken Slayer, though, we do see that he produced 2 Grenadiers, an MG, which is now hitting the field, and is also producing a mortar. That's actually going to be a nice counter. I don't know if the mortar was part of his initial strategy, but that mortar is going to help out with those Maxim machine guns. They are a little bit more mobile than MG42s, but still, since they have to stand still to fire, they become likely targets for a mortar. Likewise, Buggy is producing his own mortar, which has now hit the field, and yeah, we'll see what he does with that. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Slightly under the weather and I had to sneeze. Anyways, we see Pioneers and Combat Engineers engaging out in the open. The Pioneers did have to walk through negative cover to get to this point, and thus have taken unnecessary damage and are now down 2 men. So these Combat Engineers are going to win that fight. Pioneers decide to book it and get themselves out of there. They, luckily, are out of the range of this. Now, this is one of the situations that would have benefited the Maxim machine gun in previous patches, even though they were or are suppressed and in the arc of fire of an MG42. They would have still kept on shooting and suppressed the other gun and killed it because of the higher essential DPS that this one has. But that is no longer the case, so basically they just evenly exchange. They stopped firing at each other and just along the way. Mortar from Chicken Slayer was taking shots at that Maxim machine gun. Actually managed to kill one of the guys, it looked like. He's right there, dead right there. But the mortar for Buggy was returning fire to the German mortar and actually landed a shot right there. Another shot is going by, but it's now focusing on that MG42. It's going to make that MG42 get out of there because the Maxim machine gun over here is actually in range of it, it looks like. No? It was in range, but it looks like it killed the guy that was in range and instead now focusing on this Grenadier squad. Grenadier squad does jump out of the house and is going to attack that mortar. Mortar is going to have to get itself out of there, otherwise it might risk getting decrewed because it has an LMG on it. And no troops around to support it, so get him out of there. You want to get him out there? Yes, you do. Oh my god, it's down to 2 men. And executed. Okay, that was quite unfortunate. And Chicken Slayer takes it. Wow. So big loss there for Buggy. He is producing another mortar to compensate for that one. And it looks like he has a mortar on the field. No. Is it that one? That is weird. Where is this squad? Yeah, it was that guy. He ran into the river. Okay, well, I'm not sure what's going on with these. Okay, there it goes. Okay, well, small glitch there. Looked like the last man on that squad ran away, as they usually do, and that kept the squad on the units list. But it did get recruited by the German player, Chicken Slayer, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but now it fixed itself, and yeah. So he did replace the mortar with another one, but that now means that Chicken Slayer has 2 mortars. Plus that MG42, so it's going to be quite nasty. We now see conscripts on the field, so some actual combat troops getting rifle naded. Nice rifle nade goes in, does a lot of damage on the health, but only kills one of the guys. And we do not see Molotovs or anything upgraded for these conscripts, so the conscripts can really only stay there and keep on fighting. Needs to get some support on these conscript spots, otherwise they're going to lose this fight because they are up against 2 grenadiers, and there is a mortar over here which is probably going to set up in a zone that can actually shoot at them. It is setting up on this tractor, but the conscript squad retreats after the grenadiers push forward, and that is going to be it. Wait, what was that?
They've opened up on us.
Oh, okay. It looked like a shot went on top of those guys, but I don't think that was correct. Okay, well, anyways. Aggressive push here by Buggy, sending one of his Maxim machine guns into the church. That Maxim machine gun is going to make those mortars have to get themselves out of there. Which one is the Soviet mortar? Soviet mortars are the PM41s. Okay, so Soviet mortars over here. Anyways, regardless. Maxim machine gun in the church, getting bombarded by both mortars now, very low in health, and the church is quite severely damaged. Big ass hole right there in the center of the church, so there is has to be very careful with that church. And Maxim machine gun still moving all over the place. While it is an unpopular strategy nowadays, it's not a bad strategy to pick in this type of map, Semoskiy. Because of those choke points, like these areas here, even though the Maxim machine gun isn't great at suppression, if you can actually get your guns on there, you could even potentially pull out a pin. Maxim machine gun getting pinned out in the open, it is not going to do anything. It is shooting, but while pinned, machine guns suffer an incredible reduction in effectiveness. They no longer suppress. They have like 150% scatter or something. I forget what the changes were, but basically they made it that if your machine gun gets pinned down, it is essentially useless. So even though it's shooting, it's not technically shooting. It's not actually doing anything. It's just shooting wildly. It's not even suppressing anymore.
What do you need?
So the Soviet-controlled mortar is going to town on those machine guns, manages to dislodge that machine gun MG42 from that house. MG42 is moving up forward with a grenadier to support. They're going to have to get that other mortar out of there. You don't want to lose it. Retreat it. Retreat. Hit retreat. No, don't try to move it out of range. Just retreat. Oh my god. Buggy is going to lose these. Okay, no, he is retreating. Okay, thank you. They're still at 6 men. Oh my god, down to 2 men. Oh, is he's going to make it out? Is he going to make it out? Oh my god, that was so lucky. Wow, Buggy almost lost that second mortar. Remember, Soviet mortars, yes, they have 6 men and they are stronger. You know, a little bit more durable because of those 6 men, but they are not combat squads. You have to move them out of there and get them out of there quite fast. Keep an eye on them whenever you can. Anyways, up in the north, Grenadiers did capture pretty much all the territory, so Buggy is very, has a small sector of the map. You can see here he only has maybe 1/4 of the map as far as territory goes. Conscripts and Maxim machine gun moving on the north, trying to recapture some territory. Not a bad idea to at least keep 2 squads together for mutual support. And Maxim Machine Gun is going to be able to provide both nice support fire as well as be the focus of fire, allowing that conscript to move around and do some damage. So it's looking pretty bad now for Buggy. We see a lot of units on the field for Chicken Slayer, 3 Grenadiers, 1 Panzer Grenadier now on the field, 1 MG42 only, and 2 mortars, one of them being stolen, allowing him to pretty much control and dominate the center. Any incursions into the center, especially by weapons teams, are getting met by a lot of firepower. However, Buggy has decided to tech over to Tier 4 and is getting himself an Su-76. That is not a bad choice. Su-76 is going to be able to provide that barrage ability, which wouldn't have been necessary if he had still his 2 mortars, but the fact that he lost one of those mortars and it got taken by Chicken Slayer kind of forces him to do something like that, and it's going to be a nice weapons platform. Going to be able to take some pot shots at infantry, but it is not that good at doing so. Oh my god, Maxim Machine Gun almost got him taken out. Mortar shot plus focused fire. Almost kills it. Down to 1 man, but it manages to get out of there. Pretty lucky squad there. Down in the south, Combat Engineers with flamethrowers trying to flank that MG42. Doesn't actually manage to get the flank completely. And takes 1 guy loss in the process while only doing a little bit of damage. We also see a half-track on the field for Chicken Slayer. Very nice option to reinforce his units on the fly, especially since he has a lot of weapons support teams, mortars and machine guns. However, that Su-76 can actually hunt it down pretty easily. And we now see a barrage ability being used right on top of those Grenadiers. Wow, nice barrage hit. It kills 2 of the guys. Second barrage goes in and destroys the house, so no longer can anybody use that to garrison. And that is basically it. So Buggy decides to move the Su-76 and not keep on shooting since there wasn't anything to hit there. He's taking some shots at distance, but remember the main gun isn't exactly the best for anti-infantry. Maxing Machine Gun over here on the south end, set up in a nice position, getting heavy cover and stopping any cutoff here of his field point. Does manage to retreat a Pioneer squad down to 3 men. Su-76 being a little bit forward, going into the center of the map. And we also see a anti-tank gun being produced for Buggy. Not a bad option, as the Su-76 can kill vehicles, but is fairly bad against heavier vehicles. So the half-track does have something to worry about, but that is really the only vehicle right now that would have anything to worry about. Su-76 needs a little bit more infantry support, so for it to be effective, we do see a Maxim Machine Gun being moved into the area to help out. Grenadiers and Panzer Grenadiers going a little bit forward, and the Panzer Grenadiers actually upgrade their Panzer Shreks right in front of that Su-76 and get a nice barrage off, doing some nice damage, but not enough to be any threat at the present time. And the barrage ability goes in again, another hit on those Grenadiers, nice kill. Gets 1 more guy. Grenadier squad down to 1 man. Is going to retreat, but is he going to get him? Oh my god, that was an excellent shot. And 1 Grenadier squad goes down immediately to that Su-76. Very nice usage of that barrage ability on top of things, Buggy. So yeah, that is going to now turn the tide of the battle in his favor. Still needs to worry about those Panzer Shreks, but otherwise, I mean, that Su-76 is going to be fine. And very quick repairing by Buggy. He only has 4 men on that Combat Engineer squad, but decided to get it back on the field ASAP instead of just waiting around. Unfortunately, though, a Maxim Machine Gun does get caught in a bad position by that flamethrower half-track and gets executed. And the Maxim Machine Gun is there for the taking. Wow! You also see a Katyusha on the field now for Buggy. Very nice in direct fire. Opening up on 2 Grenadier squads that are capturing that fuel point. And yeah, since Buggy has actually controlled both fuel points for a decent amount of time, that's why he was able to get that Katyusha. Very interesting choice. Very risky considering that armor or anti-tank measures would be on the field now. And he could use an Su-85, and we actually do see that Chicken Slayer getting himself a Panzer IV, but that Katyusha is actually going to help out pretty a lot, I mean. Because of this sector right here in the center, it is going to be very heavily populated and easily taken. Now, interestingly enough, Chicken Slayer decides not to take the Maxim. He prefers, I guess, his own MG42. And, well, he doesn't have one right now because he's got the recruit. But he is focusing fire on the weapon itself. And looks like he is actually going to get a kill on it before anybody can stop them. Yeah, there they go. So one Maxim machine gun gets destroyed, and those Panzer Grenadiers are gonna get the hell out of there. MG42 still in the, oh my god. Wow. That was an incredible shot by the Soviet mortar. And I don't know why Chicken Slayer did this. He has both his mortar squads clumped up in a nice little target, begging to get artillery or barraged by the Su-76. And one shot went in and killed 2 guys from each of the squads. Very risky thing to do by Chicken Slayer. You want to spread them out. Put one, you know, one behind the church, one behind this jack, something. You know, they're going to have different angles, but they're still going to be barraging you. You never want to clump up your units. That's a bad form by Chicken Slayer right there, so keep that in mind. Su-76 back on the field, at least holding the sector. There's no infantry on the field to help him out on that. Conscripts down south, capturing again the fuel point, and we have a chalk troop on the field now going for the other fuel point. At the same time, the Katusha is on the other side of the river and opening up on a barrage, and we see that it's not hitting anything. He doesn't have any sight. Well, actually, gets a nice almost hit on this MG42, but yeah, this is a... Oh my god. No. Oh, it looked like it was going to hit it. Nice barrage attempt, but he didn't actually have any view of the center, so the shots were quite spread out, and he didn't actually know where the units were, so quite unfortunate there. Now, interestingly enough, Buggy decides to rush his conscripts right on top of all the units. He doesn't have Molotovs, so he wasn't going to Molotov these guys. And gets a lot of units killed. And it looks like the squad is maybe going to die. Yep. I don't know what he was trying to do there, but I guess it didn't work. Panzer IV up in the north chases away those chalk troops. Su-76 does back off for some reason. I'm not sure exactly what it was trying to do. Maybe stop the Panzer IV assault. 2 Maxim machine guns now set up in the center, providing a lot of heavy firepower, but they are going to get barraged by those mortars. Su-76 needs to try to move into the range, take a shot. Katusha taking another barrage, but it's actually barraging this side of the map on the fuel point. Not going to do a lot from that range. Flamethrower half-track manages a full rout on all these infantry. Panzer IV moves into the area, and actually it looks like it took a shot from that Su-76. It is a little bit damaged, but not a lot to threaten it. So yeah, I mean, these guys really didn't take much damage. Only one guy got killed, and I'm not sure if it was even in the barrage, but nice attempt though by Buggy. He would need to get it a little bit closer. This is a nice area to have it around. I mean, it is exposed a little bit, but the river might protect it enough, and it would have been closer. That back in the base, it's going to have a lot of inaccuracy and not going to do a lot. So, still, though, you need to be careful with your Katyushas. It is a very, very vulnerable, very fragile unit. One shot from a Panzer IV takes it out instantly. There's no coming back from it. So yeah, can't blame Buggy for keeping it in the base. You know, he doesn't want to lose that advantage. So now we do finally see an Su-85 being produced by Buggy. That's going to allow him to go a little bit further into the center. Still needs to worry about these Panzer Shreks and those Panzerfausts on the Grenadiers. But aside from that, only the Panzer IV can really threaten it. And, well, we all know how Su-85s handle against Panzer IVs. They manhandle. Another barrage by something. Katusha, sorry. Where's it landing? There it goes, and it's going over there. The victory point. But again, Katusha's too far away to actually be effective. Yeah, I mean, this sector is still kind of in your control. It would have been better to have it there maybe, but oh well. Hindsight is 20/20, but something to keep in mind. Might be a nice option to try. So anyways, we do see a relatively big engagement over here on the left-hand side. This MG42 is getting barraged by the anti-tank gun. Gets down to one man, but it doesn't actually manage to die. Su-85 hits the field, and the combined shots from the anti-tank gun, the Su-85, and that Su-76 blow up that half-track instantly. Then this Panzer IV tries to be a little bit brave, but with the anti-tank gun, Su-85 and the Su-76, can't really do much, so it just takes a beating, retreats, and it's gonna get itself out of there and healed back up. Also, we see a Opal Blitz on the field for Chicken Slayer, trying to get himself some munitions. But remember that it was changed and it no longer provides any different bonuses depending on the territory. It's just a set type of bonus. So he could potentially just have it right next to his base. So, I mean, yeah, that's something to keep in mind. There we go. I mean, a little bit more sensible spread out on those mortars. Not bad. They are going to open up fire on all these units. Shock troops are down to 4 men. And the MG42 did get decrewed, so it could potentially get recrewed for Buggy, but he doesn't have a lot on the field that can recruit it. Nice barrage goes on top of one of the mortar squads. It's down to 1 man, and yeah, I forgot that at 1 man it is essentially killed. That guy decides to retreat, and it leaves that this is the German mortar on the field. Bundle lane on top of the combat engineers. Nice blast, kills them down to 1, and he jumps into the house to get a little bit of protection while the Panzer Grenadiers are getting barraged, but pokes his head out of the window, unfortunately, and gets shot in the face and dies. Panzer Grenadiers, considering that a big 3, decide to retreat, and we do have a German mortar now down on the floor. We still see... Yeah, that's a weird glitch. There it goes. Okay, so yeah, it looks like when you retreat, well, not retreat, but when a mortar squad dies, it still stays in your unit count until the unit that ran away just leaves the battlefield. Interesting. Katusha barrage going right into the enemy base. Well, not doing much, but it's a nice attempt. Yeah, shots are just spread out, hitting everywhere. Would have been nice if it had actually hit there. Would have probably killed those pioneers and done some damage to that tank. Oh well, nice attempt there. I like that barrage though. Ooh, nice mortar hit on those Panzer Grenadiers. Gets one of the guys. Panzer Shrek barrage, or it's just one of them fires and hits that Su-76. Does a good bit amount of damage. Another Panzer Shrek goes off. Another one goes off and kills that, well, not kills, damages that Su-85. Very low in health. Barrage ability being used on the Su-76. Infantry right on top of it, but they actually do manage to catch that Su-85 and kill it. This Su-76 needs to get itself out of there. It's not going to be able to kill that. The barrage was back here, and these guys have passed their point. Get it out of there, get it out of there. You don't want to lose it. That Su-76 has been fantastic so far. And we hear something. What is it? Strafing run goes right on top of this sector, trying to pin down and kill infantry. Panzer IV chasing down that Su-76. Su-76 backing off, taking some shots at that Panzer IV, doing some damage actually. Panzer IV is focusing elsewhere. And we have the Katusha also backing off. Needs to be very careful on that one. Su-85 is being produced, but there's nothing that can actually stop this Panzer IV. But the Panzer IV decides to back off and is no longer going to chase down that Su-76. Can't help but feel, but that was a mistake by Chicken Slayer. He actually had the advantage right there. Panzer IV would have been able to win a one-on-one fight on that Su-76, and also chasing down and taking off that Katusha. He didn't want to take the chance, though. I guess he thought, I mean, there isn't this Su-85 coming up, so that window would have closed relatively soon, sorry. But, you know, it might have been a decent trade. He is building another, or already built another Panzer IV, so, you know, it's a gamble. Sometimes you should go for it. And I know, hindsight is 20/20, and there was no way for him to know, but, well, we can see there that it is essentially a missed opportunity. But oh well. Barrage from the Su-76 going a little bit randomly there. I don't think he knew exactly where they were, and no units are in any direct threat from it. Maxim machine gun moves a little bit forward, spawning those grenadiers, opening up on them. Gonna take a while for them to get suppressed or even pinned down, especially with the gunner getting killed and almost resetting that threshold. Wow, look at that. That is so slow. Rifle nade goes on top of the gun, but it doesn't manage to do anything because the gunner was already dead before the nade hit. So the two guys left decide to pick up that gun and run away. Emergency repairs going down on this Su-76, getting it back to full health. A mortar squad also going right on top of where the Su-76 is to support it and provide some indirect fire, but they are clumping up all the units there. Not a good idea. Very threatening. Very what I'm trying to say is very risky, might get blown up by some type of artillery, but oh well. So we now have 2 Panzer IVs on the field for Chicken Slayer, 2 Panzer Grenadiers, 3 Grenadiers, and a mortar still. That is the Soviet mortar that got stolen a while ago. So a little bit of a haha to you. But yeah, that one is still on the field. We still have this mortar over here laying down. Nobody has been able to pick it up. So Chicken Slayer might want to do that, considering he is focusing on the center right now. Barrage from that Katyusha goes in, right on top of these Grenadiers, it looks like. And no shots actually connect. One more shot might make it. No, too far. Yeah. Nice attempt, but nope. And that Panzer IV decides to go hunting for Katyusha. And that Katyusha is boned. Yeah, there it goes. Oh well. At least he got that nice pickup there, but there is an Su-85 which is turning around to face that Panzer IV. Panzer IV quickly just, you know, reverses and calls that a victory. And, well, I think anybody would call that a victory, considering he just killed the Katyusha. So yeah, that is a risky position to have. I was thinking more along here, even though you can still just move here and shoot it, but I was recommending here as long as you had forces, you know, to spot for it, because you can simply back it off over here. But whatever. I mean, yeah. Unfortunately, that Katyusha got caught out of position. Panzer IV over here looks like it hit the mine. Yeah, looks like there was a mine there. Hit it and got a heavy engine damage, so it might be a nice idea for Buggy to go hunting it. It looks like he is doing that. He does have the focus sight enabled, so he is going to have a very low speed, which means that he is not that keen on chasing, and he's not going to be able to chase it down quite easily. Maxim machine gun gets brought down to 1 man and gets chased away. We do have a mortar, combat engineers, and an AT gun going an interesting route into the center. Maxim machine gun in the center victory point, capturing it and getting it for Buggy. Panzer IV still here in the middle of nowhere, stuck with that heavy engine damage. If that Su-85 can actually spot it there, he can get a nice kill on a Panzer IV. Panzer IV does move a little bit forward to take some shots at that Su-76. Su-85 moves to position, takes a shot at the Panzer IV. Another shot goes in, nice damage. AT gun opens up on that Panzer IV. Another shot should kill it. There it goes. Bye-bye, Panzer IV. And these guys should be able to see this Panzer IV on this side of the river. So the Su-85 should be able to move into position to kill it. Although Chicken Slayer is going for a nice flank with these Panzer Grenadiers. They're going to be able to take some barrages at this Su-85. Although they decide to refocus on the Su-76. Su-85 turns around, takes a nice shot, and actually kills 2 of the guys. Quite impressive. Panzer Grenadiers are at Vet 3 though, and they do take more shots at that Su-85. Shock troops quickly move into position to try to stop them, but they are down to 2 men themselves, so they're not going to be that effective against the Panzer Grenadiers, especially at Vet 3. Su-85, Su-76 opening up on the Panzer Grenadiers. They do manage to get the retreat after those shots go in. And again, he is well aware of this Panzer IV, although the Panzer IV has now gotten repaired. The engine is back and operational, so a missed opportunity there by Buggy. Still, though, it is in a bad position, so the Su-85 can move in for the kill. 1 Maxim machine gun gets taken out, and a mortar, looks like it's going in. KV-8 gets called into the field by Buggy, very nice. That is going to be quite effective against all this infantry and heavy weapons. But there is another Panzer IV being produced. But as long as that Su-85 stays on the field and doesn't get killed, these Panzer IVs are essentially countered. So we now see that the center is pretty much in control of Buggy. He has his Su-76 in a nice masked position, not very forward, and especially because it is most useful against infantry with the barrage ability. But the KV-8 is going in force into the center, opening up with that flamethrower, killing 1 guy instantly. Another flame barrage goes in, kills 1 more guy, kills 1 guy of the Grenadiers. Just brutalizing all these squads. The Panzer Grenadiers go very forward, but they can't really do much against them. Panzer Treks go in and Panzer Faust goes in and damages the engine, but the infantry has to instantly retreat, almost dead. Panzer IV moves into position to take some shots at the KV-8. It does do some damage, bringing it almost to 50% health. But it is a little bit wary of going too forward because there's still that Su-85 and the Su-76, which is not a counter, but can actually do damage. KV-8 goes a little bit forward, but gets caught out in the open by another Panzer IV. Now, oh my god, nice barrage there by those Panzer Grenadiers. Almost kills that Su-76. Are they actually going to be able to get the kill? Su-76 backs off. It has a destroyed main gun, so it can't really do anything, but the Panzer Grenadiers do not chase it away. And missed it over here. Su-85 gets nice shots on one of the Panzer IVs, actually manages to get a kill on one of them. The other Panzer IV is still a bit trying to get a kill on that KV-8, but with an AT gun and the Su-85. That Panzer IV is essentially boned, but the Panzer Grenadiers should be able to get the kill. There they go, out of control, managed to get that kill on the KV-8, and there it goes. We also see an incendiary barrage right on top of everything, trying to get those Panzer Grenadiers out of there, but a little bit too late. That KV-8 goes down, and a little bit of an exchange of armor there for both sides. This Panzer IV is heavily damaged, but not damaged on the engines, so it should be fine. Shouldn't be caught out in the open. Right-hand side, we see conscripts and the shock troops going around capping, getting that victory point back in this possession. And points-wise, it is currently in the favor of Buggy. He has 295 points, while Chicken Slayer is down to 165. And currently, it is ticking in the favor of Buggy, so nice. Maxim machine gun over here on the left-hand side, catching these Grenadiers out in the open. Unfortunately, though, this one sucks for, pinning down. Barely getting them suppressed, and they probably will be able to get a full cap on this point before they even get pinned down. There you go. Yeah, you can see that they didn't even get pinned down. They only got suppressed. Managed to get a cap on that, so quite unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, those Maxim machine guns need something done, or the MG42 needs a change. Most people right now are saying that the MG42 is too strong. Maybe it is, but compared to the Maxim, and yeah, it is too strong. Mortar rounds going down by the Soviet mortar. Wow, Soviet mortar is up to veterancy 3. 12 kills. Not bad. German mortar also has 12 kills, but is only barely going to get veterancy 2. So, probably killed some Panzer Grenadiers or took a lot of damage itself. I don't know. Su-76, nice barrage. Oh my god, nice hit in there. Gets one of the guys, it looks like. Oh my god. Oh my god. An entire squad down. One squad down to one man. Actually drops an LMG-42. Ooh, those shock troops could have benefited from that very nicely. But I guess the conscripts can also catch it. They are focusing on getting that fuel, though, so... Wow, that was impressive. That was quite nice. And now that Su-76 has Vet 2, means that it has increased weapon damage and reduces damage taken. So that is now actually going to be a quite effective anti-tank gun. Still, not the best, but it is going to be a little bit more potent. So quite nice. Maxim machine gun over here on the left-hand side, capturing that victory point. He's going to start triple capping or triple ticking down for Chicken Slayer. So... quite nice turnaround for Buggy here. Su-76. Oh my god. No, don't die. Back it off. Back it off. No. It's been doing so great. Oh no. That is terrible. That is unfortunate. I love the Su-76. It's a nice unit, a very underused unit, and it pains me to see that. Anyways, over here on the left-hand side, we do see the conscripts capturing that LMG, so that's going to help them out quite a bit. Honestly, the shock troops would have probably benefited from it a little bit more, but they were back at base. And, well, you don't want to let your enemy, get his weapons back. Oh, no. I wanted that Su-76 to make it through the entire game. That was an incredible barrage right there, so... oh, well. Another KV-8 called into the field, though, for Buggy, so that's going to give him a lot of anti-infantry capabilities. Needs to focus that KV-8 on those Panzer Grenadiers. Yeah, he is going to take some damage with the KV-8, but he can actually chase them down and kill them on the retreat. There we go. Down to one man. Can he actually get the kill? And there we go. One Panzer equipped Panzer Grenadier. Down for the count, and one less to worry about. So yeah, this tank can take quite a decent amount of punishment, so don't be afraid to, send them in there. Mortar squad getting caught in the open by that KV-8. KV-8, though, derps itself a little bit with the terrain and doesn't actually manage to even get one burst out. Grenadiers, though, do get caught in the open, and they are going to get bursted a little bit. No, not even that. Okay, never mind. So, well, just the simple presence of this tank makes him retreat. Baiting this Panzer IV a little bit into the Su-85. Su-85 takes a nice shot, does a little bit of damage. Panzer IV stays in the area, going to take another shot. and brings it down to almost half health. So nice little bait there by Buggy.
You need
Whether it
something
was
built?
intentional or not, I don't know. We'll probably let him tell us, and
Soldiers
he'll
ready.
probably say yes. But yeah, a little bit bait there. So this Panzer IV needs to get repaired again. Pioneers are here though, so Chicken Slayer could start the repairs rather quickly. There he goes. Yeah, wasn't exactly sure where it was. He had to probably click on it. He does have 2 Pioneers, so probably was checking the other one first. KV-8 again going a little bit forward. These Chalk troops are getting engaged by these Panzer Shrek equipped Panzer Grenadiers. But since they have Panzer Shreks, they don't have the anti-infantry capability they normally would. Grenade goes into the middle of nowhere, doesn't actually do any damage to anybody. Su-85 takes a shot at this Panzer IV, does some damage, brings it down to almost half health. But the Panzer Shreks are being quite effective and taking shots at the Su-85 itself. Panzer IV is moving over on the flank, trying to get behind that Su-85. It might be able to do so, but it is focusing on the wrong target. These guys are not your target. Stay on target. And it does manage to get back in there. Nice barrage, nice shot. It actually gets the kill on the Su-85, so it's not looking pretty good for Buggy now. He is on the back foot. Still has that KV-8, so the Panzer IVs can't be that ballsy, but quite unfortunate there for him. 18-8 has not gotten... no, actually it has gotten upgraded on these conscripts, so he might want to throw one if he can. No, he already threw one. Okay. He did throw one, but he didn't get any crits on the engine. He looks like he's trying to stay in the zone to get another one, but that is not a good idea. Get him out of there. Oh, no. He's going to lose this squad. Oh, no. Conscript squad is down.
Standing by.
Maxim machine gun still staying in that fuel point, trying to get a kill, it looks like. Wow. AT gun moves into the area quite nicely and gets a shot at that Panzer IV, getting a kill. Stug goes against that KV-8. KV-8 is, wow, destroyed engine in there. No, damaged engine only. And it's flamethrowing that Stug. I don't think that's going to do anything to it. I think you selected the wrong gun for that. Panzer Shreks on those Grenadiers. Destroy the engine, and then it's destroy the tank. Wow. Brutal exchange there. Quite in the favor of Chicken Slayer. However, Chicken Slayer is down to 33 points. He needs to focus all his efforts into getting the points back. He doesn't have any infantry over on this left-hand side, and this point is in possession of Buggy. He does have infantry in the center, surrounded by fire. Nice attempt there by Buggy from preventing the cap, but he does manage to decap that point. And, well, this guy is in the fire, so he's going to burn alive. He's going to burn alive. You are standing in the fire. You need to ignite. No? Okay. He don't care if there's any fire there. It's nothing. It's a little bit warm. Okay, so Buggy's gonna be able to capture that point, slowing down the cap. But yeah, he needs to get that infantry back up there. He does. Very nice. AT gun moves nearby, making this Panzer IV run away. He is down to 9 points. He's getting very desperate. Needs to get these units back on there quite immediately. Rifle nade that thing and get it out of your back. Yeah, there you go. Rifle nade right on top of that squad. You need another one. Gets actually a pin down on one of these Grenadier squads. Down to 6 points. Oh my god, it's getting very close. Incendiary barrage goes right on top of everything. Down to 4. No, sorry, that wasn't incendiary barrage. That was the strafing run. Now it's the incendiary barrage returned by Buggy. Right on top of everything. Burns one of the squads. Oh my god, that squad's gonna die. This squad is probably also gonna die. And he actually called in an artillery field officer. That's interesting. A lot of manpower flowed though for Buggy. Not sure that's the best thing. Maybe could call in some conscripts or something, but okay. I guess it didn't matter. It looks like the points won. So very nice combined arms, I guess you could say, by Buggy. A lot of usage of multiple types of squads. I mean, look what he had at the end of the game. Chalk Troop, Combat Engineers, a Maxim, a Mortar, an AT gun, and an Su-85. So not even two of the same type. Still, though, it was down to the wire, basically, because look at all that Chicken Slayer had. He had 2 Panzer Grenadier squads, although they had Panzer Shreks. He had 1 Grenadier, the Artillery Officer, Pioneers, Mortar, Panzer IV, and even an Opel Blitz. But yeah, the victory points won, so that is another thing to keep in mind. Always try to get those victory points. At least make sure that you have one in your possession, so the ticking of the points is slow. You know, it's just 1 point per tick, so that you have time to to bounce back. If you get triple capped, it's gonna go down very fast. Before you know it, you are down to less than 100 points. So quite unfortunate there for Chicken Slayer, but very nice play for both players. I was very pleased to see the nice usage of the SU-76, but I was heartbroken when it died. Poor little guy. Look at him right there. Really, that barrage right there over here. Damn it, I can't move the. I hate that I can't move the camera easily when the points tick down. When somebody leaves, you can still move the camera, but when the points tick down, you're stuck where you are. You have to use the minimap. Anyways, but yeah, I was saying the barrage right there on these grenadiers here. That was beautiful. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description below. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.